Hi, like many of you, I've started using AI at work almost on a daily basis now. And I was inspired to come back to this toy project that I seem to come back to every year or so and add more functionality. This time I added a functionality so that I can actually talk to ChatGPT about my projects. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to create a blank project here, really simple. And let's say I'm creating a subscription service and I need to model monthly revenue. And we're going to keep it really simple here. Let me add titles and I'll say what these nodes are. Um, let's see, we're going to have the number of subscribers and the average monthly payments. And the total is going to be, well, the revenue is going to be the product of the two. So let me just have those two nodes pointing to a node that says revenue. And that's going to be my model of revenue. Really simple, and it's missing a lot of stuff. But let's copy this. I can hit Control-Shift-V. Oops. I think I hit... Oh, I'm sorry. I need to hit Control-Shift-C to copy it. So we've copied the nodes and edges. And then let me come over to this Graph Mason helper, which is a GPT that understands how these graphs are structured. And say I am trying to create a model for revenue for my monthly subscription service. I have come up with a very simple model, but can you help me expand it? Here is what I have so far. And then I can paste this in, and it is a JSON format that basically describes everything that's going on in this graph. So let's send that and see what it says. And it has knowledge to understand the JSON schema and to understand what things are possible within my software. For example, it's going to probably say it can't do much math. It can do a little bit, but I'm working on it. Let's see if I put these as type number, for example. Oops, I didn't mean to add that. Let's delete that edge. Let's see, I'll change this to a number, and then I'll change this type to a multiply, and then put a value here. And then for these two, if we put settings, I could put in like 3 and 4, for example, and it will flow down the graph and multiply the numbers that are pointed at a multiply node. But I think I'm going to change this to a general formula node if I ever get around to it. Let's go ahead and delete out this because we've got a reply from ChatGPT. Yeah, multiply is the main calculation node available, so they'll keep it executable. Oh, I didn't really want it to stay executable. I wanted it to be built out, but let's see what it returned. It's going to add churned subscribers, starting subscribers, new subscribers. So let's copy this and then come back over here, and I can hit Control-Shift-V, and I can paste in an entire model that it has built. So we're looking at the new subscribers, and the monthly churn rate will give us the number of subscribers, and the base monthly price and the price realization, which is the full price times 0.9 equals the average 10% discount. I don't know where it came up with that, but that might be useful. And then we have a multiply node here, which is the average monthly payments, and the number of subscribers and average monthly payments will come into revenue. But it also is going to put the payment success rate in. That's a fraction of the billed revenue collected into this multiply node. And a multiply node can take in more than two numbers. And then an annualized recurring revenue over 12 months, which of course we could build out if we wanted. So let's create a new graph here. That was called graph 1. And let's say I also want to look at maybe a customer journey. And I can create this. Now I can make a customer journey graph. I don't really want the default node. And let's say that my customers come from Google Marketing and let's say Google Ads and flyers. they can either call in to start a subscription or join on my website. Can you also build me a model of a customer journey? That was pretty fast, although it's still working. It sometimes takes a while to build out these things. Um, oh, that was fast. Oh, I can't copy yet. But I could go back to this graph one here and edit this as I need. So, I've got 12 months, but maybe um, I need to multiply this by, some number. You can go into, this is settings, but I can also go into, where's it, the text area, just leave free text notes and say, maybe I need to account for the fact that some months are shorter and some are longer, which will affect um, number of subscribers. This might be the wrong node to put that in, but in a shorter month, I might not grow by the same number of subscribers as in a longer month, or that there's a big sale going on in a particular month that could affect things. So let's go back to our customer journey. I think this is done. Let's see what it came up with here. Cool. So it's got the Google Ads in the flyer, and it creates a journey. And I could try to read through all this. This is kind of cool. It actually knows how to build the edges out so they don't cross on top of each other. It's got a cycle here, and you can adjust edges like this. So let's start at the beginning with Google Ads, and let's add this CYOA, which is like a choose your own adventure, and you can step through the graph. So Google Ads, the customer discovers a service through a Google ad, which is this node here, and then it's got calls um, or clicks through. So I can choose one of those. Let's say I click through. I visit the website. The prospect visits the website to learn more or subscribe, and then I can go to the online sign up page, start subscription. Prospect becomes a paying subscriber. So I could go through paths here manually and decide if I like what its output or if I want to edit them. It's not so hard to go in and just like add my own node here, and I could say, oh, this needs like another step, so I'm going to take this one and put it here, and this one and put it here, and then delete out this edge, and then I could add different steps within my graph. So that's kind of cool. And I could also select a subsection of this and copy it and paste it and say, hey, we need to you know, reevaluate this section of the graph. So this would be useful for systems thinking, for Markov chains, for ETL processes, all kinds of applications, I think. Here's another one. Let's do totally unrelated to the first two examples. I'm going to create a new group, and this will be like health and blood pressure. Or is it? No, it's blood sugar, sorry. So let's make a blood sugar graph. Delete this. And let's see. I'm going to change this prompt a little bit. I'm going to say, I have diabetes and need my blood sugar to be around 100. Can you generate a flowchart explaining what to do when I check my blood sugar? I can make this as a safety first flowchart because diabetes, targets, and correction steps depend on your medications, insulin plan, meal timing, and diabetes type. I'll base it on standard guidance and clearly mark where your personal care plan. Oh, I think it might be getting a little bit confused. Maybe trying to generate an image of a flowchart. Maybe I should have asked it for specifically a. Oh, is that's about churn? How did I get up to there? It might be confused and not generating a graph for Graph Mason. I guess we'll see where it goes. Okay, here we go. So it has generated a flowchart. Now with something like this, it's static and I can't adjust it or ask it for, to change a certain particular part of the graph or something like that. It is what it is. Oh, well, I guess I can. I can describe edits here. How do I get this off? Um, but I can't make specific changes that I want to make. So if I want to go in and actually put a particular number in and then actually do computations with it or graph projections or something like that, I would not be able to do that, I think, with this chart. So let me ask it again. Can you give me a flowchart in the Graph Mason format that I can put in my app? Because we can't even run scripts on these. Let's see if I take a node and I can run particular types, like say I want to open a website, and then I go to settings. Now it'll have website, and I can just put whatever website I want in here, www.google.com. What type? And then if I run this, we'll be off screen because I have a browser open off screen, but it'll open the website. And here we go. We have, let me delete this node, come over here and copy what it came up with, and Control Shift V. Oops, I didn't get it copied, I think. Oh no, it's still thinking. There you go. So rather than getting just a picture of a website, another benefit to putting it in this sort of program, besides being able to manually make adjustments, specific adjustments, and send back parts of the graph for editing, um, you could actually run functions on it. So if we had a Markov chain, you could maybe find the stationary distribution of the Markov chain or something. Okay. Now I can copy it, paste, and again, let's maybe just walk through this instead of trying to analyze the graph itself for now. So step through, check blood sugar, check your glucose when your meter or check your glucose using your meter or CGM. Consider when you last ate and how you feel. After reading, severe symptoms, are you confused, having a seizure, unconscious? No. Below 70, blood glucose below 70 is considered low. Let's say no. Compare with personal target. Use the target given by your diabetes care team. Around 100 is within usual pre-meal target. Let's say I'm above the target. Above the target, uh, bigger than or equal to 250. Check, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it ketones? Check ketones and follow your diabetes sick plan. Monitor glucose and ketones as directed by your care plan. Let's check. And so on. So, yeah, it gives like a whole flow chart someone could walk through. Anyway, just thought I would share. I always find this interesting whenever I work on it.